Some final thoughts now. The politically motivated, irrational response to the Wuhan Chinese coronavirus that simply doesn't add up. Something's not right here. The numbers, they just don't square. This massive coast-to-coast corona craziness simply does not align with the empirical data. Right now, Americans have a 1 in 8,000 chance of contracting the Wuhan virus. 1 in 8,000. But we have a 1.5 million chance of dying from it. Those are pretty good odds. In fact, some states, we have a greater chance of winning the lottery. So go ahead and buy a ticket. Better yet, go ahead and live your life. Something just doesn't make sense here. Judging by the numbers from the 2018-2019 influenza season, we have a 1 in 5,000 chance of dying from the flu. 1 in 5,000. And in 2009, we didn't know about it because it wasn't publicized much, but we had a 1 in 27,000 chance of dying from the swine flu, H1N1, or as Joe Biden calls it, the N1H1. No panic, no shuttered cities, no stock market crash, no government stimulus. There's something not right here. Even if you were Chinese and you lived right there at the epicenter of it all, Wuhan, your chances of dying are 1 in about 500,000. Something doesn't add up here. We as Americans have a much greater chance of dying from heart disease or cancer than the Wuhan Chinese coronavirus. It's 7 to 1. We have a 1 in 8,000 chance of dying from heat stroke. And yes, the age-old apples to apples comparison. We have a 1 in 200,000 chance of dying by lightning strike versus a 1 in 500,000 chance of pushing up daisies from the Wuhan outbreak. So does any of this make any sense to a rational thinker? Is this a reaction by the stock market and by the governors of these blue states and by the mainstream media commensurate with this Chinese contagion? No, it's not. So why? Why this apoplectic, disproportionate response? It's political. It's ideological. There's simply no other explanation for this irrational response to the Wuhan Chinese coronavirus. This edition of the Daily Ledger